then he played for me at Akron as well, and now he's with me as a coach, so that shows how stupid he is. He's been with me 3 different times, so I guess you'd think he would learn his lesson after 2 times or at least 1 time, but he's really added a lot to our staff, and we're really glad to have him.
Coach, could you please start off with an opening statement?
It was, I thought. No. Anyway, just kidding. Strange game. You know, we played really good early, and then they played really good, and we didn't play very good, and then we just played a little better in the second half. A little more settled, you know, less people played, less foul trouble. We went with our older guys other than Jakob. And, you know, that's a tough team, but what makes them so difficult is they won 31 games last year. So they really believe they're good, and they weren't going to go away. So I was proud of our guys. Really, it was a tough game, and a lot of people would have quit at halftime after what happened to us, but I knew they wouldn't.
Keith, career night for Kareem. Can you speak on his performance? How did he look out there? How good does it feel to see him put up those numbers today?
So I told our 2 hosts, you know, the guys from the Navy, who, by the way, I have a crazy amount of respect for, you know, what those guys do for our country. But I told them we have one guy that could probably be in the Naval Academy, and it's him. And his grades probably aren't good enough, but his leadership ability is second to none. I said it last year, people looked at me like I was biased, but he's absolutely the best leader that I've ever had. He was 17 years old last year, and he was leading a bunch of old guys. So he may not look the greatest, and his stat line may not look the greatest, although it was pretty good tonight. But the intangibles that he has, he should be judged only on whether our team wins or loses. And so he's just a special guy.
Hey there, I'm Luke Slaybaugh. I work here. I have a question for each of you. What did y'all learn this weekend, and what are you going to take away from your time spent here at the Naval Academy?
Look, I'm 65 years old, so I thought I knew a lot, and I've seen a lot. You know, every last bit of it was terrific. I was just getting over COVID a couple weeks, so I was tired as could be, so I don't know, you know, but the simulations, you know, the last speech was unbelievable. Just the sacrifices that those guys make for our country, the freedoms of our country, and what they do for us. I think people take it for granted. And just the discipline of the Naval Academy, like that formation in that lunchroom was, I've never seen anything like that. Like, I've never seen anything more organized in my whole life. And I'm a little neurotic, so I think I'm fairly organized. But I just have so much respect. And just how smart the people are, because, you know, to get into this school, you have to be brilliant. And so I know I couldn't get here. My mother was a college professor, but I wasn't good enough to come here. Dru, you got anything?
Yeah, you know, I learned the sacrifice that they display day in and day out. And then it was incredible to see their passion. I think when you have passion and a purpose about what you do, you pour everything you have into it. Our guest speaker last night was just evidence of that. You know, the one thing that stuck out to me is when he went through his trials and tribulations. You know, he had a choice where he could have threw a pity party, and he said no one wants to be invited to that, and even I don't want to attend. And he chose the alternative route, and you know, just to hear his accomplishments as an Olympic gold medalist was just awesome to hear.
I never heard a better speech in my whole life. Think about that statement. I've never heard a better speech in my whole life. It was terrific.
Dru, you've been around a lot of international talent. You know, you played overseas before. What's special about Jakob, and how good did it feel to see him playing big minutes tonight?
What's special about Jakob is his professionalism. He brings it day in and day out. He shows up at the gym each day at the exact same time to get his workout in. He does not miss. And tonight it was on display. He had some early struggles, but he was unbothered. And he's just a mature player, and it was exciting to see him, battle through and make some plays. And he always does little things that contribute to the game. It may not be his scoring right now, but he defended well. He rebounded the ball at a great level too. So it was really exciting to see his production tonight. He helped us.
And this is kind of a question for both of you guys. Obviously, Coach Keith, you came in and talked about Coach Dru here and how he's going to be your coach in waiting. What have you seen from him in terms of becoming a head coach one day? And then Coach Dru, what have you been able to learn from Keith? Because obviously both of you are sitting in here in the press conference and just kind of becoming that head coach eventually.
So people don't realize it, but I wouldn't be the coach at Duquesne, or I wouldn't have been the coach at Akron if Dru didn't come to St. Pete. Like Dru, LeBron, Willie McGee, Sheon Cotton, those guys resurrected my career, and they gave me the opportunity that a lot of people didn't give me the opportunity, and then they came with us and played at Akron with us. Dru's one of the toughest, smartest, hardest nosed human beings that I've ever been around. A lot of people didn't think he could play, and he had this chip on his shoulder. He was 5'2", 92 pounds as a freshman in high school. But he made 7 threes in the state championship game. And then everybody thinks that LeBron made the decision to come to St. Pete, but it was really Dru. Dru was actually the leader of the group. So, again, I have tremendous respect. I'm fortunate, that he had belief in me. And I'm just happy to be able to help him become what he should become. And I think you're going to see him go a lot farther than I ever went as a head coach.
Well, I'm fortunate as well to have known Coach D since the age of 12. And not only to see, his brilliant mind for the game of basketball, but his true work ethic and passion. When I met him, he was doing basketball clinics as a former head basketball coach for anybody who came through the door. And he only charged you $1. And I think he even gave that money back to somebody who was helping him. He didn't really do it for the money, but it's crazy to think of the energy he brought when I was in that back gym as a 12-year-old. He's bringing that same passion and energy every day. And what I learned from him on a daily basis is, just his diligence, his passion, and just the routine about how he goes about each and every day. And then at the end of the day, I know he cares for each and every one in the program. He's got a big heart.
Keith, obviously a huge win tonight, up 18 points over Charleston, a good team. You said won 30 games last year. What did this win mean to your guys in the locker room after the game? How did they handle it? How excited were they?
Well, they're excited. I mean, they enjoyed it. What I told them was, look, I don't know why you're getting so excited. We got to do this every night. So I try to keep them stabilized. But the one thing I know is you have to enjoy every moment that you have, because like Trey Williams got injured tonight. That's a tough deal for us, man. This guy's been with us through thick and thin. So you have to enjoy when you do win. And they should have fun. This is a game to have fun. It shouldn't be, you're going to try your hardest, but you should have fun every single day. It's not like digging ditches or doing construction or doing manual labor. It should be fun for you. And I think that's one thing this group, the thing I love best about this group is they have fun and they learn from each other, because we have those 8 foreigners. So it's unbelievable just to hear the different stuff that comes out of their mouth, which is really enlightening to me, because I've learned a lot about their cultures from them.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you.